And so begins the next chapter of the story. Well, it's really first chapter. Looking ahead, this chapter seems to be at least 2 days, maybe 3, I'm not sure. But I might try to finish the first day today, but I'm gonna limit myself to 3 hours, so if I get to like 2.5 hours and there's a good stopping point, I'll be stopping there. But I'll see how it goes. 2 days after the arrest at Altair Lodge. I don't have the music notification in the top left turned on. I want to turn that on because I actually like seeing that. I really hate the green cat. Like, it's clearly supposed to be a black cat, but it's green. You know what? I think my plan is to just do everything possible within the city. There's a few quests that need to be done. Like, prioritize checking in on everything over getting quests completed. Here we go. We already have a few. I remember these. They're the support requests the SSS always receives, right? Yep. We usually get them every day in a single batch. Generally, it's up to us to decide how many we'll actually respond to. That said, any requests marked urgent have to be dealt with, no matter what. I think the audio on this is really loud. Sounds reasonable enough. I assume that ones that have a later deadline are fine to leave for another day. Well, leave for another day, as in general term another day, not another, like, the next day. Or, yeah. Sure, if you prefer it that way. Whenever we check the terminal, it'll let us know how much time we have remaining. We can also check the status of a request in the detective notebook. The detective notebook? Do you mean that little black book you write in every so often, Ellie? This is actually an interesting way to forcibly reintroduce these concepts. Because they have 2 new recruits, they have to explain it again, so anyone who for some reason chose to play this game first isn't completely lost. Yes, this one. We use them to jot down any new developments on our investigations and support requests. It's a good way to keep track of multiple cases at once. It also serves as a manual for our tactical ordnance, the Enigmas. That's pretty nifty. Though, I do get the feeling your little notebook will become orbalized like everything else someday. That's pretty fun. You're right. I heard from Tio that the Foundation is already doing research for that. I'm not sure I could handle that much orbalization myself. Agreed. I think old-fashioned pen and paper are the perfect match. That's a weird sentence feeling, but it's reasonable. Anyway, this is how we do things here at the Special Support section. Let's start by checking the details of those requests on the terminal. Roger. I look forward to seeing what's in store. When you inspect your terminal, choose check requests. Support requests urgent or mandatory. Advance the story, so you do them last, ironically. Others are optional, but they're mirror in DP. This is just an extermination mission. This is a repeat of visiting the Maison Imelda. A few days ago, the First Division's Intel Network received unconfirmed accounts that Imperial Secretary Lecter Arundel had arrived in Crossbell. CPD headquarters requested that I give you guys a short lesson on how to operate your Enigma 2s. Just in case you somehow forgot. You can find me in my usual spot, the customer service center at Gen 10 Orbital Store, right off Central Square. It's weird, it makes sense, but it feels weird that the salary for the missions dropped back to what it was at the start of 0, instead of maintaining the scaled increase, because like we're more experienced, so we should be continually getting paid more and not being given like baby missions, because why would they? But it is what it is. It's a gameplay component. That's 2 monster extermination cases and 2 urgent requests. Enigma 2 training aside, this other one seems pretty significant. Right. I never expected that Lecter character would return to Crossbell. You mean that guy who tried to play dumb at the Schwartz auction, right? His act didn't fool me at all. I could tell he was far from ordinary. I read a file on him back when I was training with the 1st Division. He's Captain Lecter Arundel of the Imperial Army's Intelligence Division. He also appears to be a 2nd secretary to the Imperial government. He's part of the intelligence agency? Yes, from what I can tell, he is highly capable of handling political affairs. His elusive nature may be the result of his extensive training as well. I'd wager half of it comes naturally though. Anyway, considering he's an Imperial Secretary and Intelligence Officer, would that make him the famous Blood and Iron Chancellor's confidant? Where does Wazi get all of this info from? Well, info. Yeah, according to the 1st Division's intel, he reports directly to Chancellor Osborne. They confirmed that he visited Crossbell with the Chancellor last year to have an informal meeting with Speaker Hartman. He even said as much himself. We all swore he was joking, but it turned out to be truer than we could have imagined. In other words, we're dealing with someone who's anything but normal. Well, well, sounds intriguing. Just to confirm, handling support requests within the city is our highest priority, right? Except for the way the game is set up, they're actually the lowest priority. Yeah, we'll have to go on the highway for one of those wanted monsters. We can leave that for later. It's been a few months since Ravash's demise. Things are already beginning to move in the underworld. Slowly, but surely. Yes. Such as Heiyue and the Imperial government's recent activity. I'm sure that trade conference at the end of the month will play a large role. What trade conference? The International Forum our new mayor proposed. A number of world leaders are supposed to be in town. Exactly. Mayor Dieter Cross is sponsoring it. It's an economic summit where he, along with representatives from Erebonia, Calvard, Liberal, and Remfuria will meet. Its official name is the West Zemuria Trade Conference. I don't think anyone expected him to organize such a large-scale event so quickly after assuming office. But I suppose nothing's impossible for the CEO of the illustrious IBC. I've never actually spoken to the man, but he sounds incredibly capable. You've met him once before, right, Wazi? That I did, back when I got my letter of recommendation. I was surprised he was willing to advocate for some ruffian fresh out of a street gang to join the force. I probably shouldn't be saying this, but he's too generous for his own good. This is no laughing matter, Wazi. It certainly was for Uncle Dieter. He let out his usual hearty guffaw and commented on what an amusing kid you were. Oh, no, I didn't mean to click that. Oh, you guys are hard at it already, hey? Chief Sergei. Good morning, sir. At ease, soldier. The SSS is pretty hands-off for the most part. You can do as you see fit. I don't plan to interfere unless the situation is dire. Understood. Haha. Surprisingly accommodating for a superior officer, aren't you? I don't know if I'd put it like that. Well, that's bad. Sentence speaking. I don't know if I'd put it like that. The chief is only so laissez-faire, because watching over us would be too bothersome. You know me too well. However, today is an exception. I've got a direct order for you guys. What? From you, Chief? Yeah, you can wait until you're finished handling your support requests, though. You'll be going to the police academy. The police academy? You mean on the West Crossbell Highway? It's right next to the CGS training grounds. Yeah, well, you and Lloyd are well acquainted with it already, I'm sure. I'll ring you on your Enigma once I'm done setting things up on my end. Until then, work through your support requests and patrol the city. Roger that, I think. Wait, what exactly do you need us to do there? You'll just have to wait and see. I'll contact you later. I'm heading out. Sorry, Noel. This is just the way the SSS operates. Well, if you look at it positively, he's fostering our independence and honing our judgment. Sort of. Right. That's Chief Sergey for you. Ingenious as ever. They do say perspective is everything. Anyway, are we going to check out the city? We sure are. Oh yeah, Kia said she was about to leave for Sunday school. Seeing as the Chief's already out, maybe we should go see her off. Absolutely. Let's head to the 3rd floor and check if Kia's ready. Doodle-doo-doo. Kia's on the 3rd floor. I assume she's in this room? I couldn't remember specifically. Oh, it's her room. Oh, Kia's in the... Oh, bear. Well, here's my room. I don't really have much to decorate with, so sorry if it looks a little bare bones. I'd call it more tidy than anything. Indeed, it's exactly what I would expect of someone like you, Noel. So, about the stuffed animal over there. Oh, that? Fran and I share a matching pair of plushies. I brought it with me from the CGF barracks. You did? Huh. Honestly, it kind of helps pull the room together. I don't know what he means by that. It doesn't really, I don't know what pulling a room together really means if a bear can do it. Glad you think so. Glad you think so. I'm still not entirely adjusted yet, but even so, it's good to be here. I didn't mean to enter that. I guess this is Kia's room? So I substitute this value into this formula, and... Yippee! I did it! I like the penguin book in the bottom right. Kia! Oh, Lloyd! You have Sunday school today, don't you? Shouldn't you get ready to leave soon? Oh, yeah. I guess it's about time to meet up with Ryu and them. Are you all going out for work? Uh-huh. We were thinking we could all leave together if you want. Oh? Were you doing some reviewing before class? Hehe. Yep. You're such a good kid, Kia. I don't think I ever studied any more than I had to back in Sunday school. Heh, that's more than I could say. I hardly even showed up. Figured it made more sense to learn on my own than be taught by some incompetent priest. Wazi. Could you please not set a bad example for Kia? Huh? Sounds like I upset Mama Bear and Papa Bear. I feel like they could have said I upset Mama and Papa Bear, but... Wazi? What's wrong? Oh, I was just marveling at how advanced Crossbell's curriculum is. More importantly, shouldn't we be going? Yeah. Are you coming with us, Kia? Yep. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. 1 sec. Oh, for a second I thought she was gonna take her giant plushie. Okay, all set. Alright, let's go. Why don't we take Kia at the back exit? But we were just shown that it was blocked off in the intro. Like... yeah, it's blocked off. They should know this. Wait a second. When did this happen? Huh? Was the rear exit always like this? Perhaps someone commissioned some renovations to be done? Oh yeah! You guys weren't here! Oh yeah, because they were actually gone for like a week or something. Some construction people came by while you were on your trip. I guess the chief called them in. Oh, really? I didn't notice any of this yesterday. Makes me wonder what the chief's up to. Well, I'm sure he has a good reason for it, whatever it is. In any case, it may be better if we don't leave this way. Yeah, let's go out the entrance downstairs. Down we go. Actually, can I? Will they let me do this to feed the cat? I don't think I can, but I'll visit them. Grrr. Hey there, Zeit. Hanging out with Cope? You two always do get along. This is a police dog the SSF adopted, right? Good to see you again, Zeit. Grr woof. Oh yeah, no one here. Oh, Kia can. He said, adopted is not the correct word. I am the one looking after them. That was not really the right voice, but my mistake. Well, true. He does help us out fairly often. He's a proud pup, that's for sure. I've never been good with dogs, but I think I managed to get used to I did manage to get used to Zeit eventually. I don't think I've ever met this black cat over here, though. Oh, its name is Cope. We're pretty sure he's been here since before the CNS moved out. Crossbell News Service. Nyago. Aw, how cute. This is so exciting. I didn't realize joining the SSS came with kitty privileges. I take it you're a fan of them, Noelle? I'm sure you two will have plenty of fun together in that case. Fumia. I assume I can't feed them. Because, oh yeah, we should feed Cope. Meow. Actually, I think he's full now. The chief must have given him something before he left. Aw, that's kind of a letdown. Don't worry, Noelle. We can bring him some fish next time we catch some. Yeah, I don't even know if I have any fish. Because they don't give me free fish to start the game, which makes sense. Wait. Wow. Lloyd and Noelle are underleveled. Wait, do these guys have Master Quartz? No, they don't. I don't know... Wait. Is Wazi gonna be... Mirage-based? He's space-based, okay. Which I think is pretty good. So I think I need to... just get rid of the kid following before I can really do anything. Hey, Kia! Hey, Ryu! Hey, Henri! You're late! We were waiting for you in front of the bakery! Come on, class is about to start! Sorry, guys. Hey there, you two. You're as energetic as ever. It's good to see you're getting along so well with Kia. Oh, you guys are back. Yeah, long time no see. Kia told us about it already. You're starting this SSS up again, right? Yeah, thankfully. We'll be revamping a few things around here, so stay tuned, okay? Ha, I'll believe it when I see it. Still, I guess you guys are good enough to be on the same level as the Bracers now. Almost. Come on, Ryu. Why do you always have to be so rude? I can't say I'm surprised the SSS is popular with kids, too. Oh, who's that behind you? I don't think I've ever seen them before. Huh. Actually, I don't see Tio or Randy anywhere either. They're busy taking care of some unfinished business right now. These two are Noelle and Wazi, the newest members of the SSS. Nice to meet you. Yeah, you too. Hold on a sec. Is the other one a guy or a girl? I mean, your face is kinda girly, but... Ryu! Good question. If you think I'm a girl, then who am I to say otherwise? Confusion? Come on, Wazi. Stop trying to confuse the kids. And more importantly, shouldn't the three of you get going already? Oh, yeah. See you later, everyone. Good luck with work. Good luck to you too, Kia. Watch out for cars, okay? Uh-huh. Cool. Let's go to Momo's place. Except... Oh, wait, no. The kid that we see on the left is Mimi. Momo is a different little girl character. Yeah, we need to hurry. Hehe. Oh, to be a kid again. Those boys. Were they from the West Street? Were they from West Street? One of them is. The other is from the residential district. Anyway, let's get to work. We can stop by Genten and headquarters to start. It'd be a good idea to give the city a once-over while we're at it. Oh, like a patrol? Yes, though perhaps not as official. They're a helpful source of information. Sometimes we'll run into people who need our assistance as well. The chief should call us on my enigma sometime later. Let's go check out the city while we're waiting. Roger. Fine by me. Shall we? Bright skies, gathering storms. I kind of feel like apologies. I don't want it to be high-speed mode. I should do that. I should just grab that as a screen capture. The Crossbell city map can now be opened. While inside the city, press the, I don't know, I'm going to call it the menu button. To bring up the city, bring up a map of the city. Press it again for a map of the state. The resolution on this is very iffy. If you are inside the city, you can use the map as a shortcut to travel around quickly. To fast travel, select an area listed on the left side of the screen. Be aware that in some situations, fast travel will be unavailable. Yeah, because I think it's the image they show is an image. So it's probably just scaled from whatever their initial image size was up to the current size. Leading to a suboptimal appearance. But oh, there's something I was gonna check. I can't remember what it was that I was trying to check. Oh well, it's not that important. Hey there, Special Support Section. Sergey told me you kids were starting back up again. Huh? Where's the redhead and the kid with the orbital staff? Both of them still have some business they're taking care of. Ah, okay. And those two here must be your newest members. Sergey filled me in on what arms you prefer, so let me know if you see anything you like. How very considerate of him to lay the groundwork for us. Thank you very much, sir. So, just leather fists. Ash Peter? Wow. Wazzy and Ellie start with their purchasable weapons, but Lloyd and Noelle don't. Why is that? I mean, I don't think any of this is actually going to be worth buying right now. Because as, like, questionable as early game combat is in these games, it's generally not super difficult. Oh, hi Lloyd. Hi Ellie. Hi. Huh? Wait. You're not Tio and Randy. Is the special support section still on vacation? Not exactly, Mimi. Randy and Tio still have other work to do, so they'll be busy a while longer. That's right. As for these two, they're our most recent additions to the SSS. Oh, really? So that makes you the new special support section now, huh? Well, she's not wrong. Nice to meet you, Mimi. Uh-huh. Nice to meet you, too. I saw an orbital car practically fly through Central Square just the other day. Like any good citizen, I immediately reported them to the police for blatant speeding. I wonder if they ever caught the driver, though. I'm worried it might happen a second time. Please don't be foreshadowing to a car accident case. What's interesting here, it's obviously not, this city is obviously not a car-centric city, but like, one roundabout element is you can't have lines that you can just drive straight. You have to, like, roundabouts require, this isn't a roundabout, it's a central square that has been repurposed for vehicles to drive on, but it is circular. And like roundabouts, like if you had a straight through area, people wouldn't slow down appropriately. So even if it's straight, it needs to have like a certain amount of deflection out and then back before you can go straight. And that's sort of, it's also just a roundabout, so that doesn't matter at all, but it's an interesting facet that leads to that type of, oh, people can just speed through this area because there's no forced deflection. Is she still here? Yes. Slurp. Phew. This restaurant is a perfect place to get lost in a good book. It has just the right amount of noise to stop your mind from wandering. Not to mention a steady supply of coffee. What a silly character. Like, they just sit there. Every single time I've checked, they've been here. So, I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything important that I kind of want to check out. There might be stuff to explore, but for now I'm just going to follow suggested events and talk to characters that seem interesting along the way. This restaurant's a little plain in the decor department, but the food is a completely different story. You could say I'm really getting a taste for it, hee hee. Funny. Yeah, plus these prices are easy on my wallet. I could get used to this. You can only get so used to it because you are a tourist. Oh, it's an old couple. It's a random old couple. Thank you for getting us these reservations, dear. I couldn't ask for a more thoughtful man. I would call it this reservation, but haha, it was nothing, honey. This is the least I can do in return for all you take care of at home. Like, it's a reservation for two, not two reservations normally. Good day, everyone, and welcome to Vaintset. Hoysdorf. We've recently rotated our seasonal options, so the menu may be a little different than you remember. Chef Braun is quite proud of the new dishes he's created, so I hope you'll consider giving them a try. Aw, there's no, like, whatever eyeball soup that the guy had a quest for? I asked Celtio to develop his own menu item. Yet, this was the quest that you had to collect all the recipes for. But it turned out gut-wrenchingly dreadful. It's not as though he doesn't have the culinary talent. But if this keeps up, it's going to be a real while before he becomes a real chef. I wonder where exactly my new dish fell short. The flavors and presentations came together. The flavor, I can't read. Doing this at 7 p.m. is already too late for me somehow. The flavors and presentation came together, and that spine-chilling texture was to die for. Oh, the idea of a spine-chilling texture. Spine-chilling. I don't think I want to find out just how literal that to die for is. Ugh. Yeah, a big part of food is texture. Like, having a terrible texture just puts me off foods very quickly. And like, it would be no exception if it had, I don't know, like fish eyes or whatever. I can't imagine that texture's very pleasant. Well, my goodness, is that you, Lloyd? I'm back, Auntie Letta. I don't know how, like, Letta, late, light. I think it goes Letta. So you are. It's wonderful to know you're doing well. I see your friends from the SSS are with you, too. Is your training with the 1st Division over already? Yeah, I just finished the other day. Sorry for not stopping by sooner. And who is this fair lady, if I may ask? This is Miss News. She's looked after me ever since I was a kid. We're almost like family. Our friend Cecil is her daughter, as a matter of fact. You mean Nurse Cecil? I remember meeting her at the hospital before. Oh, right. You do already know her, huh, Noelle? So that makes me the only one left out of this little party then, It sounds like you and the Cecil have a rather interesting relationship. I'd love to hear the details sometime. There's nothing interesting about it at all. But anyway, I'm sure we'll see her soon. See her sometime soon. I can introduce you to each other then. Hehe. Oh, your friends are always such fun, Lloyd. Don't forget, your Auntie Letta is always right down the street if you need someone to talk to, okay? That's her. Yeah, I think this first episode will basically just be talking to every single character in the city and picking up stuff like that. There's one quest that I will need to do because you can't get recipes until you do it. But it's mostly going to be focused on talking to all these different people. Oh, you're back, Chiruru. That was an awfully long adventure this time. I remember you had some fool idea about crossing the Mains Mountains on foot. How'd it go? Right, I, kinda sorta got lost along the way. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. I'll give it another shot when I get the chance. You're never going to learn your lesson, are you? So actually, looking at like plot stuff, I think it's in my best interest to just do the spot the secretary mission right away, because it unlocks access to the recipe book, and you can't collect recipes until you have the recipe book. So if I talk to people who would give me recipes, I won't be able to get them yet. So I think it's worth it just to do this really first. Well, look who it is. Oh, hey guys. And hi to you too, Noe. I thought I told you to stop calling me that while we're on the clock. That was not a good accenting. Good to see you again, Rebecca. Sorry it's been so long. So, the special sports section is finally up and running again. Are you already working on your sport quests? That's right. We're also patrolling the city and showing our new members the ropes. We actually got a request from the first division. Could you tell us where to find Detective Emma? She's waiting in the conference room down the hall. To think you get to the point where the first division is asking to collaborate with you. I can't tell you how proud I am. Oh, thanks. I just hope they aren't planning to shovel their busy work off onto us. Honestly, Wazzy. Anyway, let's go hear what Detective Emma has to say. Good luck, everybody. Ooh, busy place. I assume it's... No, that's not the conference room. That's a interrogation room. There you are, Detective Bannings. Good morning, Detective Emma. Thanks again for all you've done for me. If you're referring to your training, it was part of my job, not for your sake. I simply carried out the orders Detective Dudley gave me. Forgive my bluntness, but I still can't grasp why you would turn down an offer from the First Division to stay with the SSS. Sorry to disappoint you. He did that? Knowing Lloyd, I'm not surprised that other divisions are trying to recruit him. Enough about that. I'll get straight to the point. The fact that you're here tells me you intend to accept the support request we sent. Yes, that's right. It stated that Lecter Arundel has entered Crossbell again, correct? That's what the First Division has been told. However, we have yet to confirm it. What do you mean by that? Well, I mean, our entire job was to confirm that he is here. If they had already confirmed it, we wouldn't be needed. What do you mean by that? Are you saying that his exact whereabouts are unknown? Actually, our intel about him entering Crossbell is uncertain to begin with. There have been several eyewitness reports, but every attempt to follow up on them has led us nowhere. We believe that he's tracking our movements to avoid being caught. Now I get it. He doesn't sound like your average tourist, that's for sure. I'm not too surprised, judging by what we've seen of him. Your duty is to determine whether or not Lecter has truly entered Crossbell. That will determine the veracity of the reports. It's still possible that this is all just a ploy. Should you encounter him, we'd like you to verify his identity. Is he here as an Imperial Secretary or an Imperial Army officer? Understood. If I may ask, why choose us? You've come into contact with this individual multiple times before. I'm staking your investigation on that. I see. Not exactly the most professional course of action coming from the best in the business. We're running low on options. Splitting our forces would allow us to apprehend him. Unfortunately, we have other cases to attend to. Not to mention diplomatic implications to consider. Were Dudley here, your assistance wouldn't be necessary to begin with. Now that you mention it, where is Dudley? He left for Liberal last night to attend a security meeting regarding the upcoming trade conference. I believe he'll be back in Crossbell tomorrow. Huh. I had no idea. He does keep busy, doesn't he? That's why I'd like to wrap this up before he returns. He's the sort of person who would take up an investigation no matter how tired he was after returning from a business trip. Can certainly picture that. It sounds exactly like the type of thing Detective Dudley would do. Alright, we'll accept the request then. First, we need to investigate where Lecter was last spotted. Where would that be? Good question. Now, I haven't been able to confirm this. We can gather that you haven't been able to confirm it. But our latest intel placed him somewhere around the back alley. The back alley? Near the old Ravash building? Well, that certainly checks out. Got it. We'll start the investigation right away. Please do. I'll be on standby with the 1st Division. Call for me at the reception desk when you're ready to report. Now, if you'll excuse me. From the sound of things, she certainly put you through your paces during your training with the 1st Division. Yeah, she can be a bit harsh, but I learned a lot from her while I was there. I think she just takes her job very seriously, that's all. That's the feeling I got as well. Well, women like her need to unwind every now and then too, you know? Weird sentence to say. Perhaps I should invite her out for a drink or two tonight. Again, very weird. Wazi, I swear to Eidos. Anyway, let's get out of here and search for Lecter. We'll start by checking the back alley. Okay, let's be off. Bot, the secretary. It's a weird name for it. I could talk to these guys, but I don't really like them. They could be interesting, but I don't generally find them very interesting as characters. The SSS really is back in action. It all feels so surreal. As your operator, it almost brings a tear to my eye. I guess today does feel like a special occasion. That it does. It's wonderful to be working with you again, Fran. Same here. I missed it a lot. It was tough keeping up with the flood of requests from the citizens while you were away. But that just makes me extra relieved to have you all back. Plus, now I get to work with Noe too. I figured that's where this was headed. Geez, Fran, how many times do I have to tell you not to call me that while we're at work? Listen, it doesn't matter if we're sisters. We have to remain professional in the workplace. You can't be giving me a special treatment. Okay, sorry. But what if I can't get used to? You will. No buts about it. Haha, tough love in action. Anyway, when Tio and Randy come back, you guys will be unstoppable. I can't wait until all of you are together again. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Yeah, I feel the same way. I hope you'll continue to have our backs out there, Fran. For sure. Exploration. I'm just going to focus entirely on getting this specific quest done since supposedly it gives you the recipes. This is Kate. I can talk to her. She's in a different place. Well, look who it is. I guess all those rumors about the SSS starting up again were true after all. You know it. We even have some new members with us too. What brings you here, Kate? It's rare to see you working in the entertainment district. I could swear we only ever run across you in the central square. Seems that way, huh? But lately, I've actually been staking out this area to track down a certain driver. Anywho, I'm glad you've got the gang back together again. Can't wait to see what feats the SSS pulls off this time. I don't plan on slacking off anytime soon. You guys better not either. Definitely. Thanks, Kate. Shoot. I just remembered that it's early game, so it might be that the casino has the best gear available. I hope not. No. Trade. Oh, wonderful. All it has is this type is an accessory. You can't buy armor because having a casino that has like the best armor for the next like chapter that you have to go through all the effort of doing all the gambling to get is not my favorite, and that not being an option is great. I'm very happy that I don't have to do that again. They're finally making their move. I wonder if I'll be in the clear making an article out of this. Pressure from the Republican faction has eased up lately, but... Grace, what are you doing here? Oh, it's just you, Lloyd. I take it the special sports section is finally back in action? Yes, thankfully. Tew and Randy have yet to return, though. Aw, that's too bad. On the other hand, who could have expected your division would let Wazi in off the street? Now that one gave me a real shock. I do aim to surprise, after all. It'd be fine with me if you want to write a special feature on it. Don't listen to him. Ooh, sounds like fun. But you know, as much as I'd love to catch up with all of you, now is not exactly the best time. Maybe after I'm done here, we could... Well, isn't this an unusual little lineup? I assume it's Heiyue? Yep, cow. Ah. Cow. I assume it's supposed to be pronounced like... It's probably not supposed to be pronounced cow, but that's how I'm going to pronounce it because I don't know how it's supposed to be. Oh, crap. It's been a while, Mr. Bannings, Miss McDowell. And if it isn't Wazi Hemisphere and Sergeant Major Seeker, too. How do you... Tessa... Okay. How do you... That's quite the information network you have. Anything to keep tabs on my beloved SSS. Enough about my sources, though. How about yours, Miss Lin? You'd have to be quite sharp to catch wind of this. Though I suppose I shouldn't expect any less from the renowned Crossbell Times. Who, me? No, I just happened to be passing by. Yeah, that's it. You're up to something, aren't you, Cal? What business do you have at the old Ravache compound? Isn't it obvious? Leaving such valuable real estate unused would be a waste, don't you think? It would be far better served in the hands of Heiyue. What? That's not surprising. For ordinary businesses, acquiring property once owned by the Mafia would be rather challenging. But we of Heiyue are quite experienced in these particular matters. As a matter of fact, we are in a position to receive a good deal on the property. The contractor would rather not take on the headache of maintaining it. Excuse me, Mr. Lee. Would you mind if I quoted you on that? Go right ahead. I have nothing to hide. Though, I prefer if you didn't speculate on the finer details. Of course. I'll keep that in mind. Now then, if you'll excuse me, feel free to drop by my office, should you need anything, Mr. Bannings. Come along, Lau. Sir. What a terrifying man. Felt like his eyes were boring a hole straight through me. I know what you mean. Cao Li, the White Orchid Dragon, Heiyue's youngest branch manager. The man's even sharper than the rumors say. Yeah, it's business as usual with him. Grace, did you know Heiyue was looking to purchase the old Ravache compound? Yep. I heard they planned to buy it and all of its attached warehouses in one go. If Heiyue managed to seize this place, they'll end up wrestling full control over Crossbell's underworld. That's not something to look forward to. Agreed. See, okay, I'm gonna complain. Maybe I'm misunderstanding something in the story. But they were previously, in the previous prologue bit, they were like, oh, things were better when Ravache controlled the entire underworld because it kept outside forces out. But now they're like, oh, Heiyue taking control of the underworld would be bad, despite the fact that it would be equal, if not a little better because they're a little more competent than Ravache. Like, it would be, by their own logic, I think it would be equal to have Heiyue in control of the underworld as when they previously had Ravache in control. And they seem to think one person being in control is better than what's going to happen. So this makes no sense. I think it makes no sense. Maybe it does. But based on my interpretation of what they said in the previous chapter, them being against Heiyue controlling the entire underworld doesn't make sense. Agreed. But back to the story. Agreed. This isn't exactly what we were hoping to find, but it's a good thing we did. Yes, we should probably include this in our report to the First Division. Hold on, so you guys aren't here to look into what Callow's up to? Which means you're working on some other juicy lead? Well... Wait, I almost forgot. Grace was with us one of the times we had contact with him. Actually, it's about someone you've met before, Grace. We're looking for the man who won against that miner at the casino. His name is Lecter. Oh, that guy? I just saw him a little while ago back at Long Lao. What? You did? Yeah. He was in his usual vacation threads, stuffing his face without a care in the world. I was in a bit of a hurry to get here, though, so I didn't stop to talk with him. Wait, what am I doing standing around? I need to pump Cow for some more info. Later. Let's grab a bite to eat again sometime. She never changes. Well, at least we managed to get a little lead of our own out of her. I can't read. Indeed. Let's make our way to Long Lao. Roger. I could talk to all these folks, but I'm not going to. Okay, Long Lao is East Street. Hey, they fixed up all the bullet holes pretty quick. I guess it was a few months. Does the Jizo statue have the same thing? An Eastern-looking Jizo is enshrined here. Come to think of it, the Jizo statue is always kept in impeccable condition. Someone must visit here quite often. Should we offer a dish while we're here? I didn't realize feeding Jizos was a part of the SSS's official duties. Well, it's not like we're always doing it. It does make for good cooking practice, though. That's really thoughtful of you guys. Wazzy and I should probably hone our skills in the kitchen, too. Let's bring some supreme dishes over whenever we have them. Unfortunately, we don't have any dishes to offer right now. Let's remember to bring one later. Yeah, it has the same... I assume it gives the quartz once you get all the dishes delivered. There he is. What? Now I get it. So the trick is to use the flower of the mountain pepper, eh? Correct. It has a completely different flavor and kick than the pepper itself. It is only cultivated in the east, but recently became available to import via the railway. Man, the mapo tofu I make myself never turns out this well. I really... It wouldn't be much effort to put something in the big skillet. It's definitely a skillet, not a wok. The secret is the spice, huh? Live and learn. So this is where you've been, Lecter. That was easier than expected. Grace was right. He really doesn't have a care in the world. All we need is for him to confirm what he's abroad for, and it's mission accomplished. Hey, about time you got here. You really know how to keep a guy waiting. Huh? These are the guys I was telling you about before, Master. They've got guts like you wouldn't believe, so make sure to work them hard. Got it. I will do just that. It will not be easy having all 4 of you at once, but I am always happy to spread the love for Eastern cuisine. Now prepare yourselves, and do not fall behind. What are you talking about? Villain. Hey, he ran away. Haha, should have known. We have to chase after him. Where do you think you're going? Your training has already begun. There is kitchen prep to be done. You got the wrong idea. You see, we're here with the Crossbell Police Department. I see. I'm very sorry for misunderstanding, officers. But seeing as fate brought you here regardless, here, take this with you. Ooh, received the recipe for dragon fried rice. So is that fried rice fried by a dragon, or fried rice with dragon in it? Or fried rice fried on a dragon? Received a recipe notebook? Are you sure? Just the recipe itself would have been enough. Not to worry, we had extras. Use it to devote yourselves to the art of Eastern cuisine. Thank you very much. We'll just be on our way now. After him, everyone. Right. Roger. By talking to people and examining certain things, you can sometimes learn cooking recipes. Recipes are recorded in the recipe notebook. When cooking, you can get supreme or peculiar variants. You can also get failures. Most things are sold, but you can also get them from monsters. It's no good. We lost him. I can't believe he set us up. It's like he knew we were coming. Well, we shouldn't be surprised. He is a captain in the Imperial Intelligence Division after all. True. Though somehow, I doubt that little ruse of his is anything they teach in boot camp. Well, shall we call it quits? No. We have to keep up the search. Let's ask around. Maybe someone in the area can point us in the right direction. Good idea. Let's go. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore that and just talk to other people now that I have a notebook. Can I interest you kids in some fresh fish? Speaking of which, I haven't seen anyone from the Fisherman's Guild around lately. Where do you suppose they went? Wait, is that not a Fisherman's Guild anymore? It is. My mom hasn't been doing any chores whatsoever these days. She finally blew her lid at me, my dad, and my brothers for never helping her around the house. It's turning into a real problem. Welcome, one and all. I got plenty of vegetables today, freshly harvested from our Morica village. Just can't ask for better taste when it comes to Crossbell and grown produce. I'm not going to buy anything. Sprouted? What? Sprouted brown rice. Interesting. I assume that's something that people actually eat. I assume none of these folks down here are worth talking to, but a lot of groceries sold in Crossbell are imported from abroad. They're still fresh when they arrive, though, with how fast the trains are. Mom usually gives me a ton of Miro when she asks me to go shopping. Any leftover money goes straight into my wallet afterward. Hey, how you doing? I sell all sorts of handcrafted items here. Don't be afraid to buy anything that catches your eye. Same old, hey, that's actually something relevant. Not right now because, oh, it's only 100. It's very cheap. I'll buy it. It's cheap enough that it's probably not gonna ruin the game if I buy it now. I hear that a trade conference is going to be held at the end of the month. They've invited not only the leaders of Erebonia and Calvard, but Liberal and Remfuria as well. It sounds like it'll be one spectacular event. Okay, I'll talk to them in a minute. But I can talk to these folks if they're here. Well now, is that who I think it is? Long time no see, ma'am. I should say so. It's good to see you're all doing well. Doing so well. Have you had a chance to speak with my husband yet? He's right upstairs if you'd like to say hello. Does that mean he has something for me? Well, if it isn't Lloyd and Miss McDowell. It's been quite some time. I'm glad you're both in good health. Hello, Chairman Morris. Long time no see, sir. You're the chairman of the Business Owners Association that the merchants of East Street belonged to. Isn't that right? Oh, so that's him. I'm pretty sure he used to look out for my mom when she ran a stall. Ah, are those new faces I see on your team? I look forward to seeing you all back in action. Our expectations for you are higher than ever. Here's hoping you live up to them. Down I go. I just want to make sure I don't miss anything. So I want to check out Fisherman's Guild. They're not here. A sign hung on the door. Currently under renovation. Imperial Fishing Club. It's closed. And what's with this Imperial Fishing Club business? Last I recalled, this was the Crossbell branch of the Fisherman's Guild. You remember, right, Lloyd? Have you heard anything about this from the other members? No, I've been busy all summer. The only thing my rod's been catching lately is dust. The place is locked too. It looks like we'll have to swing by later if we want any answers. I don't want to check on the bracers. Okay. I should check on the bracers just because. Oh, that's a totally different sprite. Did he not have a sprite before, or did they just change it a ton? Because that's not at all what he looked like. He might have just not had a sprite. I'm going to briefly check for myself. It's now not found. Receptionist Michelle Trails. That's not what he looked like. Because he might have just not had a sprite in the first game. Yeah, I don't know if he had a sprite in the Trails from Zero. So it's just totally different. It goes from nothing to something, and that's a big change. Yeah, I don't recall him having that type of sprite, at least. Well, bless my soul. Look who's back in town. Hi, Michelle. It's been a while, hasn't it? It most certainly has. Yeah, I think I would have remembered a character with a clear red earring, red necklace, stone, and an incredibly open shirt. It most certainly has. Good job handling that arrest in Altair, by the way. We couldn't have done it without Arius' help. I think we have you to thank for that. You're looking well, Michelle. How have you been? Why, thank you, sweetie. I'm in top form. Though, we're up to our knees in work now that the golden, bright era of the Crossbell branch has come to an end. Yeah, that makes sense. It looks to me like Arius and the other braces are doing a good job of picking up the slack. Well, we're no strangers to being short-staffed. We'll manage one way or another. They don't call you bracers allies of the people for nothing. No matter how busy you guys are, no matter how busy you are, you guys never offer a word of complaint. Guilty as charged. Though, I could say the same about the SSS. You four have been busting your behinds all year. Oh, finally realizing it's two different people. Ha! Hold on now. Is it just me, or do you have some new faces? Oh, right. These are our latest additions to the SSS. Noel Seeker, transfer member from Crossbell Guardian Force. Wazzy Hemisphere. I'd like to think my name is introduction enough. Oh, that's quite a sensational pair of recruits you've got on your hands. An active Sergeant Major of the Guardian Force and the leader of the Downtown District's Testaments gang. Their experience must be invaluable now that the SSS is back and kicking. I think back up and kicking might be correct. But are you sure you can rely on them when push comes to shove? I am. It's true that we all have very different backgrounds, but that's been the case for the SSS since day one, except literally every single member of the original group of the SSS and Noel has a suboptimal family life. Noel's dad died. Ellie has a difficult parental situation. Lloyd's brother died and his parents were dead, I think. Ellie's parents, not Ellie, Tio's parents don't like her. I listed this last time. And Randy's father was a Jaeger and his life was blood-filled. The only one here that's a little bit uncertain is Wazzy. He's probably also has a very complex past, and that brings them all together. Good answer. You've grown a lot since the first day you stepped through our doors. Best of luck out there, boys and girls. It's a pleasure to work with you again. What's up, SSS? It sure has been a while. Hey, Lynn. Hey, Aeolia. It's good to see you again. How have things been at the guild? Oh, you know, busy as we've ever been. But enough about us. Tell me about the guys behind you. They rookies? Something like that. You two are bracers, right? It's a pleasure to meet you. Actually, I think I've seen you before while you were on your way. While you were on your way to Calvard. Oh yeah, that's why your face is so familiar. You're usually one of the guardsmen at Tangram, huh? Speaking of the Republic, good job in Altair, Lloyd. That ties up the final loose end of the cult case, doesn't it? You've really moved up in the world. I've still got a long way to go, honestly. In any case, the rest of the SSS and I plan to hit the ground running again. That's the spirit. You got this, guys. Boom. Bracer Guild done. I want to talk to the kid. A man with wet hair gave my brother a shoulder wub. Now I want to give him one too. Some red-haired guy showed up out of nowhere and threw his arms around my shoulders. He said, "Get all that angst out while you're young, or you'll regret it later," and ran off to Central Square. What would he know? That dope seemed even more irresponsible than I am. So Central Square is where I need to go? Acacia. Wait, have we met this kid before? Ozzy works as a bartender downtown. Cool, huh? I brag about him all the time. Don't I know you from somewhere? Ah, that's right. You're Azel's older sister. You know her, Wazzy? Of course. Her younger brother, Azel. Azel is a member of the Testaments. Didn't you storm into Trinity a long time ago to try and make him quit? Storm into? Right. Sorry for stirring up all that trouble back then. At the time, I just wanted Azel to quit the gang life, no matter what. You did give the boys quite a shock the way you were huffing and puffing, ready to blow our bar down. That's the power of familial love for you. He's saying this like he wasn't responsible for any part of it. I mean, I kind of want there to be more in-depth justification for the Testaments being like a gang, because they just seem like a fight-happy group of people compared to Ignis. I guess it's official. My little Noelle is now part of the CPD's special support section. Cut it out, Mom. I told you that it's only a temporary transfer. It's not like I'll be doing this forever. Oh, nonsense. Quit sweating the small details and embrace your new team. Don't forget that this makes you and Fran co-workers. She was jumping for joy at the thought. That sounds like our Fran. I don't know why she always has to be such a child about everything. But still, it is pretty exciting. I'm happy to be working with her. You act like you keep Fran at arm's length, but the Seeker sisters are pretty close, aren't they? I should say so, though a mother does have to worry that they're a little overprotective of each other. They're both attractive girls, but their bond seems to keep the boys away. There's no way to find yourself a husband, Noelle. That's no way to find yourself a husband, Noelle. Mom, it's not just the sisters who have a tight-knit relationship. I think the entire family has something special. Doo-doo-doo. Oh yeah, I just remembered what I was going to do that I couldn't figure out what it was. I'm... Okay, I blame playing other games with different controls. Options. Actually, I kind of want to turn off mute while inactive. What I'm looking for is... Actually, fast map transition is always on. I don't need this. I want the sound BGM information. What? Displays conditions icons only for the active character. Oh, that's not useful. Okay. The door is locked. Oh, that was where Estelle and Joshua were living. So now, when the music changes, I will see what the music is. Anybody fancy a balloon? They make a great touring partner for exploring the streets of Crossbell. Get yourself a floating bundle of fun, and it'll perk up your day, guaranteed. Okay, so I need to find Redhead. He supposedly went towards here. Go, go, new special sports section. I saw an orbital car practically fly through. That's nothing. I already read that. All the corrupt members of the Republican and Imperial factions that were involved with the cult incident are gone. Even Ravash is out too. And yet, the status quo remains the same. The Imperial faction still has an edge when it comes to dioceses. I've heard about Mayor Qua's strenuous efforts to speed up legal reforms, but he still has a long, long road ahead of him. Okay, where could Redhead be? He absolutely could be in here. Like, I wouldn't put it past him. Probably the department store. It's not just me. That Redhead was like a total weirdo, right? He went into the department store just now, but like, who even is he, you know? Some weirdo redhead rolled up and hit on me just a few minutes ago. He was cute and all. When I told him he wasn't my type, he said, "Hey, no sweat. You're not my type either." What a character. Like, OMFG. Interesting choice of translation. Oh, this kid. The kid who's always shopping. I failed the entrance exam for St. Ursula Medical College yet again. Baggio. You know what they say. Third time's the charm, right? Not for me. Maybe I'm not cut out for this after all. Maybe he knows about Redhead? Good afternoon, and welcome to Time's department store. Ah, is that Miss Ellie I see there? They told me you've been traveling from nation to nation with Speaker McDowell. I wasn't aware you'd returned. Yes, just a few days ago, actually. The special support sections were resuming operations, so you can expect we'll be giving you our business again. I don't think I bought much from here at all after the first chapter. We'd be honored to have you. May the goddess be with you in your endeavors. You're acquainted with the manager, Ellie? Yes, he's known my grandfather for years. I've always known him to treat us well. Being the speaker's granddaughter has its perks. Yes, still calling him the speaker. I'm sure that means you'll be hooking us all up. Right, Mr. Manager? We're her collaborators after all. It's only fair that her VIP treatment extends to us. Unfortunately not. Miss Ellie has expressly requested that neither she nor any of you receive preferential service. As such, you and your group will be treated the same as any other customer. Sorry, Wazzy. At least you can tell people you're getting the exact same perks as me. There go all my free samples. Well, we do get a salary for a reason. And I mean, Mishi. Theoretically, they should have like expense reports, right? Wow, this general store really does have a dedicated Mishi corner. Opportunities like this are once in a lifetime. I gotta make the most of it. But not really. It's a department store, and that's what they sell like at the dedicated corner. So that's the Crossbell Times issue 1. So there's a bunch of collectible stuff that I'm not going to worry about yet. There is no recipes in this zone. Huh? You're trying to find a red-haired guy who looked like he was on vacation? Pretty sure he just went up to the rooftop a second ago. Rooftop. That's new. I don't think there was a staircase there before. And if there was, then I missed it the entire time I played. 0, specifically not this game. Oh, there he is. Man, the stuff the city gets up to is seriously beyond me. I can see where you're coming from, in a way. Orcus Tower. The Miria's first skyscraper, measuring approximately 250 argy tall and 40 stories high. Okay. Basic math, I'm bad at. Well, I'm not bad at it, but I just don't want to do it. 250. 25 over 4, 12 and a half. 6.25. That doesn't make, like, what? That's 6.25 argy per story, which means argy aren't feet or meters. It could be yards. Like, because 6 meters is too much for a floor. Story is apparently about 3 meters normally. I thought that, how many yards per meter? I mean, it could just be totally, yeah, a yard is close to a meter, so it doesn't make sense. I guess it's just meant to be like their own measurement system. Cause like 6.25, if it was feet, that would be like 2 meters. So it's just an unrelated measurement that can't be directly linked to actual measurements, which I don't really like. Though, seeing like the IBC building, a lot of those stories were pretty tall, so it could be 6 meters per story. Not only does it serve as a new city hall, but it also houses floors for businesses, an international conference room, and much more. It really is incredible. And it looks absolutely massive, even from all the way over here. We can't exactly know what it looks like while it's under wraps. Though it is fully built by now, I assume. Yeah, apparently half of the City Hall staff have already relocated there. Could you imagine working inside of a building covered with tarps like that? That would be awful. That said, the official unveiling won't be until the day before the trade conference. I guess he's trying to blow away all the dignitaries that'll be in attendance, eh? Wait, no, they've been building this for a while, and we haven't been able to come up here, probably partially to justify not being able to see that being built, because it was under construction in the last game, but we never had a perspective where we would see it under construction. He's gonna blow away the dignitaries. Sheesh. That Dieter Cross sure is something. He's a hell of a lot more than I sized him up to be, at least. We didn't come to chat. Not through the CPD's special support section. I have a request to make. Lector Arundel, may we see your identification? Look at you being all policeman-like. What if I said you can't? It may be true that Imperial and Republican diplomats have immunity, and therefore cannot be arrested in Crossbell. That only applies to those whose credentials have been verified. On the other hand, if your status can't be confirmed, then as far as the law is concerned, you're no different from the average tourist. And you know what that means. Oh, so that's how it's gonna be. No way around it then. You got me. Time to fess up. I'm here on behalf of... Huh? What's the matter? Those buildings over there. I could have sworn I saw the shadowy figure rushing across the rooftop. What? It can't be. You don't suppose it was Yin, do you? But what kind of assassin runs on top of buildings in broad daylight? I mean, it's better than running in the streets. They're dumb. Like, he was right in front of them. There's no justification for this to occur other than anime. What the? Hey, damn it. He must have used this rope to escape. You have got to be kidding me. What an absolute madman. Ugh. He doesn't have a curum of common sense in his body. That's not a real term, is it? Yeah, no, the closest thing I can find is curium, which is an element. So I think it's just a term they maybe invented. Just below here is your back alley. Quick, let's head down to the stairs. I mean, they could have just climbed down the rope. It's probably a bad idea to climb the rope because of risk and all that, but I can't believe this is how he got down. Makes you wonder if he planted this rope here ahead of time. Never mind that. Let's just keep up the chase. Yeah, we're gonna have to ask along the street if anyone's seen him. How'd the rope disappear? They didn't disconnect it at the top because they were down here and it was still there. There's no reason for it to disappear. Hi, I'm Eris. Why don't you stop by our club and have some fun with me, handsome? Weird. Two of us could talk the day away over a drink. Maybe several even. I don't want to talk to him, Melba. This redheaded guy just sped past me into the entertainment district just now. Weird thing is, I feel like this isn't the first time I've seen him around here. Maybe it's just my imagination. Maybe she will notice. It's good to see the SSS is starting up again. Guess all those rumors going around were true after all. I don't plan on slacking off anytime soon, so you guys better not either. I mean, he could be in here. This is where I would assume he would go. Yep. The old man just disappeared. Forget walls, Dogi. You're crushing my hopes of hitting a real jackpot. What's it gonna take for me to line up some Finas and rake in the big Mira? Alright, Lecter. It's the end of the line. We would appreciate if you could stop running off and confirm your identity for us. My identity. Identity. Which one to use? Just be honest for once in your life. I'll tell you what. Ask me anything you want, and I'll answer with a simple yes or no. Fine then, have it your way. Are you Lecter Arundel, Second Secretary of the Imperial Government? Yes. Are you also a captain of this Imperial Intelligence Division? Yes. He actually admitted it. My turn. Is the purpose of your current visit related to your duties within the Imperial Government? Yes and no. Do you intend to stay for more than a month? The answer is no. I'll be leaving in a week. Guess that's that. They should really ask, will you be coming back shortly after you leave? Yes. I doubt we're going to get any more out of him. Sorry to trouble you, Captain Arundel. Thank you for your cooperation. No problemo. Oh, by the way, how's the kiddo doing? You took her in, right? You mean Kia? Life's been great for her, thankfully. She has more energy than we know what to do with. I suppose we owe you our gratitude for your help that night. You did aid us in making our escape. I don't remember Wazi being part of the escape. He just was there. I don't know what you're talking about. I spent the whole time playing with my dearest new friend, Noir, the cat. That reminds me, you guys reeled in Old Man Hartman, yeah? Guess he was more hostage than runaway. But hey, hats off for putting him safely behind bars. So you know about that. It hasn't even been 3 days since those two were arrested. Well, confirming that was one of my reasons for coming here. And the other one is gambling. Oh, there you are. What you doing what you up to in there? In here. I feel like I should recognize his voice. Okay, no, that's definitely not a character that I've seen before. The character's model doesn't match the... I mean, it's kind of a side effect of the design for the characters in general, but the like in-world model does not match the what's it called? I'm blanking. But the image in the text box doesn't match the design of the character. They're less chunky. Weren't you supposed to be buying me some arc-en-ciel tickets? So, what's the deal? Chill. I scored some VIP seats for tonight's performance. Don't forget to thank me. For real? I mean, she's definitely not an ally. She's gonna be at best like a Lecter type character. It's like at best, she's not an enemy, but she's definitely not gonna help. For real? Thanks, I've been dying to go. Who is she? She looks so young. Oh? Oh! She's probably Randy's sister. Because in the cutscene at the start of this game, there was an old man with the same red hair, and her. And so, I'm assuming she would be Randy's sister. Can I help you? That's sent. Okay, but then in the Japanese it said something like Nissan, which would be brother. It's so familiar. If I go back. Oni-san. So that kind of has a different meaning. It's so familiar. Huh? Nom? The girl lightly bit Lloyd's earlobe. Weird. Gah! Lloyd? Come on. That's very much not his fault. What the? Yeah. Good whistle. I don't know how the whistle picks up. I think I just get the peak. What was that for? Thanks for the taste. Yep. It's not too strong, but it's definitely there. I can't really smell it on those two, but... Oh, you've got a bit of it too. Huh? Oh yeah, this was a scene I've seen that had a comment about it being a little questionable. Ellie? When did you get behind her? Aren't you nice and filled out? Weird. I've got nothing on you, lady. Gotta say, I'm jealous. Please, stop. I'm pretty sure the act... Why are you... She... What a wonderful view. Hey, yeah, wait. No, I mean, no. What do you think you're doing? Same as always. Whatever she wants. But if you keep it up, you're gonna get arrested for sexual harassment, you know? I mean, she should be arrested already for that. And it might be assault? No, I don't know. I don't know the defining terms on that. I'm not gonna talk about that. It might be harassment, it might be assault. I don't know. I don't know where the line is drawn. Oh, this isn't harassment. It's just my way of saying hello. It is absolutely harassment. Ellie, are you okay? Well, that's our cue to go, Shirley. We're gonna live it up at Michelin until we drop tonight. Yeah. Shirley Orlando, probably. I really hope they don't take forever to piece it together, or at least to consider it. Like, misclick. Who was she? It all happened so fast. That was no ordinary girl. She was what, 15, 16? That was quite the show she put on. It wasn't a show. What did I do to deserve this? Yeah, that was terrible. If it makes you feel better, at least she's a girl, so that helps, I guess. Maybe. And aren't you used to being groped by Maribel anyway? I'm not used to anything. Afterward, Lloyd and the others returned to CPD headquarters to report to the 1st Division. In addition to Lecter confirming his identity, they disclosed what details they had learned of Heiyue's affairs. Good work. You've gathered even more information than I had hoped. I didn't think he would admit to being here on Intelligence Division business so easily. He must be quite confident that he can afford us that information without compromising his undercover work. But at least now we have a better idea of how long his operations will keep him here. Well done, Bannings. I underestimated you. I'll take that as a compliment. To be fair, a certain someone had to offer up her body for the sake of the mission. I did no such thing. Speaking of, I'm concerned about the girl that was accompanying him. Did she seem like she could have been one of Lecter's intelligence division agents? No, I don't think she was. She looked too young for the job. This, like, the logic of the world is inconsistent. Oh, she's too young for the job, but the police have a 14-year-old who is definitely too young for the job. Like, this 15 to 16-year-old could be an intelligence agent. We have a 14-year-old police agent. Like, maintain consistent internal logic. If the police is hiring a 14-year-old, there's no reason to assume that a neighboring empire wouldn't have a 16-year-old as an intelligence agent. Maintain logic, please. She looked young for the job, not to mention a bit too flippant. On the other hand, she didn't strike me as an average civilian either. Definitely not. She was way too quick on her feet. Understood. The First Division will keep an eye on her as well. Keep an eye out for her as well. I'll take my leave here. Once again, I appreciate your assistance. Please, let us know if there's anything we can do to help in the future. Those were some tough expectations to live up to. Couldn't agree more. Nevertheless, that girl, who was she? Yeah, there's no way you can convince me that she was some run-of-the-mill tourist. A young, eccentric, happy-go-lucky girl accompanying a captain of a major powers intelligence agency. That's another mystery for the books. Quest, spot the secretary complete. I'm going to end today early because I've decided it's, for whatever reason, it's too late in the day. I get tired at between 6:30 and 8:30 p.m. I feel tired. I'm not tired after that for some reason, but I'm almost always tired in that block. So I'm gonna move this. I'll do this at the time I was doing it before, and I'll be able to go for longer without just my eyes being tired. I take it you're done with your request, SSS. Yes, we just gave her a report. It's case closed for now. I see. Great job out there. I'm sure the revamped SSS will be getting even more support, even more requests than before. So keep up the good work. Thank you for the encouragement, Rebecca. Definitely. I'm still a rookie, but I'll do everything I can to live up to those expectations. By the way, everyone, have you been making use of your new combat notebook? Lloyd should have received one while training with the First Division. Now that you mention it, yeah, I did. I've been making entries where I can. Did you want us to report to you when we fill out new pages the way we did before? Yes, that would be helpful. To be specific, we've been receiving more and more reports on new and dangerous monsters in the state lately. The department would like as much data on these creatures as possible to devise effective countermeasures. That's where the SSS comes in. As before, you will be compensated in stages for the data you provide. Understood. Be sure to drop by and report from time to time. Hehe, I'll be waiting. Oh, silly me. There's one other thing I wanted to inform you. It concerns the data terminal you discovered during the cult incident. We've managed to come across a possible avenue through which their content can be analyzed. Really? Mind getting us up to speed? What a weird place to dump all this info. During the cult incident, we came across these encrypted information terminals in the Sun Fort. The data on them covers the DG cult and is believed to have been written by Joachim Gunter himself. But it had been sent to forensics because swaths of the text had been erased. leaving the sentences indecipherable. Does this mean they were able to restore the redacted parts? Unfortunately not, but forensics believes there is still hope. According to them, fragments of the corrupted data are still present in the memory quartz. Unfortunately, they say it will take considerable time before all of it can be recovered. Shoot. And here I thought we were about to unravel one of the most cryptic parts of that incident. We'll just have to remain patient for now. Thank you for letting us know, Rebecca. You're very welcome. Come see me anytime you want to check on the data that's been recovered so far. I'll be sure to notify you if there's any progress in the analysis, too. Yes, please do. Yes, I didn't expect that random event, but I'm going to stop here for today. It's going to go better when I'm doing it earlier in the day, because I'm not going to be feeling tired before I even start. I don't know why I feel tired when I do, but it just kind of happens. I didn't get anywhere near as much as I intended to get done today. I wanted to get through most of the talking to people, but I literally only did 2 zones. And I talked to how many zones did I do? I didn't do downtown. I did East Street. I think I did most of Central Square. And that's it. I did 2 zones. I still have to go through West Street, West Street Residential, Entertainment, Administrative, Harbor, IBC, and Downtown. All of that has to be gone through. But it will go better if I'm doing it at midday type timing as opposed to end of day timing. So that's what I'll be doing. I probably won't play this on the weekend because I haven't gotten hooked into it yet, so I'll probably do other stuff on the weekend. But that's where I'm stopping for today. Have a great day. Goodbye.